they experienced challenges when they first got here. So this whole idea of being black isn't necessarily specifically, I knew that was going to happen. Lest you panic, Passover, the last day of Passover is beginning now, and that's the siren indicating it. The siren usually goes off Friday night for the beginning of Shabbat. It is Thursday night right now. It's Thursday the 7th? No, it's Thursday the 8th. And Shabbat has just, no, it's Thursday the 9th. And no, it's Thursday the 8th. And so Passover is ending. This siren is indicating that the last day of Shabbat, this siren is indicating that the last day of Passover is beginning. So it's a holy day. And I just had a feeling that that siren was going to go off while I was recording. So I'm not going to try to compete with it. So for all of you who have been observing Passover, Chag Sameach, Happy Passover, and all of that. It's a long siren too. It's like 2 or 3 minutes long. So I hope you can hear me over the siren because I'm going to keep talking anyway. But like I said, this is my kind of weekly experience because we get the siren every Friday. So I think we'll get another one tomorrow night for the beginning of the Sabbath. Okay. Hey y'all, it's Tanya. It is Friday afternoon. Actually, almost, well no, it is Friday evening. Kalani's setting up the life board because we're going to play the game of life. We're going to be a winner. I was hoping I'll catch that. It's a little earlier than I thought, but that's a Shabbat siren. I seem to be catching it a lot lately.
Can I go to the patio?
Yeah. I was getting on here because I wanted to tell you guys about yesterday, which was a very important day in Israel. Yesterday in Israel, they remember the Holocaust. It's called the Holocaust Remembrance Day. And in the rest of the world, that's on a completely different day. But in Israel, they observe that in April. And I think it's a floating day, actually, each year with the lunar calendar. But I could be wrong with that, so I'll double check. But it was yesterday. Next week will be Memorial Day and Independence Day. And it's called Yom Ha'Shoa because the Holocaust is called the Shoah. And so yesterday we heard a siren. It wasn't this one. It was a different one. It was the same siren that's used for the air raid. It was the air raid siren. It's the same siren that's used when there's an attack. And it's 2 minutes long. And all of the citizens stop what they're doing. If they're driving down the street, they stop their cars. If they're walking down the street, they stop. If they're in a store, they'll stop what they're doing. Everybody stops, gets out of their cars, stops their conversations, and they're silent for 2 minutes. And it's really very, there's like a mournfulness and a deep level kind of soulful grief that you experience because you know that across the whole country everybody is hearing this. Not everybody is honoring it or observing it, but most of the people are stopping and thinking, praying, I suppose for some people even remembering, although the generations passing that has experienced that went through the Holocaust. But I like to spend those 2 minutes praying and just praying for mercy and praying for God's grace and for God's healing, because that's a horrible, horrible thing. And, you know, many communities around the world could say, well, we have had horrible experiences. Well, our people have suffered in this way or that way. And I know my own people, being Black and American, we could say that. And it doesn't invalidate our experience at all. But I do think it's important to acknowledge other people's suffering and to stand with them and to say, you know, I weep with you, I mourn with you. It's something that unites us as humans, and it's something that helps us to remember so that we don't let those things happen again. We have a gut level reaction to the whole idea of slavery, because we saw what the transatlantic slave trade did to a people, to a whole people. We see what the Holocaust did to a nation. The people here are still really recovering from it. There's still a deep level of dysfunction within society here that's as a result of the Holocaust. That's an entire generation or two that was shredded, that was just violated in such an amazing, such an unbelievable way. So it is reasonable, it is possible, and it is necessary to stand with our fellow people when they are remembering their times of suffering, things that not only they, but the world perceives as an injustice and an indignity against them. Tonight is the beginning of Remembrance Day, Soldiers Memorial Day. It starts at 8 o'clock. There's going to be a siren at 8 o'clock because sunset starts the next day in Jewish culture, right? So at 8 o'clock there's going to be a siren in remembrance of the fallen soldiers. It's just for the fallen soldiers, right?
Yes.
Okay, for the fallen soldiers from different wars, from various wars. And then tomorrow is Remembrance Day. Then the following day is Independence Day. So Wednesday is Remembrance Day into Wednesday night, and then Wednesday night starts Memorial Day. No, then Wednesday night starts Independence Day. And there's usually big celebrations out in the street on Independence Day. People doing all kinds of fun stuff. Hey y'all. You can't see me. Okay, and there go the cars starting up again. Whew. Those sirens, man, they get me. They get my heart every time. Here's the traffic starting up again.